crafts. I hope everybody's doing well on this Saturday, the 7th of November. I'm just waiting for my notification to come up so that I'll be sure that people will know that I'm live. The 7th of November. Okay, it looks like everybody would have gotten their notification, so we're going to go ahead and get started. And if you like what you see here, please feel free to do this. And in the crafting world, that's sprinkle the love. So do this on your page or spread the love to someone else that you think would like this craft. So today we have our snowflake from the Dollar Tree. We're using scrapbook paper from this package here, which is Ornamental Christmas. I got this at Hobby Lobby and they still have it available. We're going to use the sheet here that has snowflakes on it. And then I'm going to Mod Podge on this. Now I had already Mod Podged a sheet on it, but I don't particularly like it. So I'm going to put this over top of it. And I'm just going to Mod Podge that on. We also have our Santa from our previous project. We're using 2 of these snowflakes that I got from the Dollar Tree. And then 2 snowflakes that I got from the Dollar Tree. Also, these are stickers. So I took the backs off of these stickers and I painted the fronts with white acrylic paint. Now, why is this stuck? Okay, and I painted these also with white acrylic paint. And then I added a block that I got from the Dollar Tree, which is a little package of blocks, and I put on these 2 snowflakes. Now also on my Santa, I put 2 of the tumbling tower blocks on it so that he'll stand up off of the snowflake. So we're going to go ahead and Mod Podge our snowflake sheet to our snowflake piece of wood. And I'm just going to go over top of the paper that I already had on it. Like I said, I didn't particularly like the way it turned out, so I'm going to go over it. And it should be fine. If not, I do have a backup snowflake, so we're good to go. And I'm just putting a decent amount of Mod Podge on this snowflake. If it was napkins, I would put a little less. If it was material, I would put more. The material soaks it up, so you need more. The napkin falls apart if you use more. So you need to use your Mod Podge according to the products that you're putting it on. It's a nice warm day here in Central Texas. I don't know what it's like where everybody else is, but feel free if you're watching this on a replay to let me know where you're from. I like to see where everybody is from. And I'm just going to lay this on top of my snowflake and I'm going to position it so that I don't see any of the other paper that's underneath it. And then once I get that to where I want it, I will press it down. So I'm just pressing it down onto my snowflake, and this is what we have. I do want to use the hole, so I have my pencil here, and I'm just going to poke it right through, just like that. And then I'll put my hanger on. And this was just the hanger that was on it to start out with. I'm going to go ahead and put that through the hole because once I put my Santa on, it gets a little hard to put the hanger on. So we have it like this right now. Again, I'm just pressing down my paper onto my snowflake. And the snowflakes that are on this paper, it's a tannish paper, and it has white and teal colored snowflakes on it. I just thought it was real pretty. And I'm going to use my Maker Studio chalk art. This one is So On and So Forth, and it is a turquoisey teal color. I'm not exactly sure what the color is, but it's real pretty. So I'm going to use that. And the stencil I'm going to use is this one here that says, Dear Santa, I Can Explain. Right now they have a bundle of the stencil, this one here that has Joy on it and some other stencils, and then the Dear Santa one here. So you get both of these for $31. It's a really good deal. I couldn't pass it up. So what I want to do is put my stencil on my snowflake down at the bottom, and I want to make sure it's all the way on my snowflake and not hanging over. And I want it, you know, centered this way. So if you can see that. And now I'm going to take one of my spreaders. Let me do my Santa. Let's make sure. Yeah, it's all good. And I'm just going to dip my spreader into my chalk paste. And you don't need a whole lot, because a little bit goes a long way. And I'm just going to press this. These are reusable and adhesive stencils. There's no need to fuzz them. You can put them straight on your surface, and you just use your spreader to put the chalk art onto your stencil. And then you're just pushing it through the screen portion, which is your words and your design. And I also have a new group. It's called Liz's Craft Friends for you to join. You just have to go to Liz's Craft Friends on Facebook, and then you'll request to join, and there's just a question that you have to answer. And then once you answer that question, then I will approve you to be a member. It is a closed group. I wanted only, you know, people who are interested in crafts to be on there so that we could share our ideas and support one another. Okay, so let's take this off and see. Oh, why did that pull off? I pulled off a piece of, you know what, I'm going to put this back on. I'm going to take this piece off. I'm not sure why it pulled a piece of my paper off, but I'm going to use black. The blue just isn't showing up as well as I'd hoped it would. So I'm going to use black instead. So hopefully this will work. Probably should have waited until our Mod Podge was dry before we stenciled onto the snowflake, but we'll see how this goes. Okay, let's take a look. Oh yeah, it's not working at all. Nice. That is just not nice. Okay. So my first time back here and I'm making a mess. I'm having a disaster here. Okay, let's take a look at this. Nope, it's just not working. I guess I should have used black to start out with, and I should have waited until my paper was dry from the Mod Podge before I did this. I'm just having all kinds of issues. First it was the internet, and now it's my stencil. But we're going to keep going with this. I'm going to go ahead and dry this. And then I'm going to dry the stencil and put it back on. Okay, I'm going to wash my stencil, and then I am going to continue on with this project. We're going to get this done one way or another. I don't know why this doesn't want to work. Oh. My crafts just don't seem to want to work this week. But you know what? We're going to keep going. We're going to keep going. We're going to go with it. Okay, I'm going to put this back on here. I'm going to see if I can line this up. Looks pretty good. I'm going to go with my black chalk paste. And this is called Preaching to the Choir. And then I'm going to lift this up before I go any further and just see if it's working. Yes, it is working. Yay! We have prevailed. Okay, I'm just going to put the extra back in my jar. All right, now we're going to see how this looks. Fingers crossed. You know, it has its issues, but overall, considering everything that happened, it's not too bad. So I'm going to put that back in the water. Put my spreader in the water. I'm going to close up my paste, and then we're going to go ahead and finish this up. So I have my Santa with the 2 towering blocks on it. Hey Holly, how are you? And I'm just going to hot glue these onto my snowflake. I'm going to put the hot glue on the tumbling tower blocks, and then I'm going to glue this to my snowflake. And I'm going to position it to where it's centered at the top. And then I want to see about getting this off. I got a little, some chalk paste right here. I'm going to try to get that off. And this is just a white. This has Clorox in it. Whatever. Let's see if I can get that off. I'm just dabbing it. If I rub it, it's going to smear. Anyway, I want to go ahead and dry this so I don't mess it up when I put my other pieces on. And Shannon's watching. Hi, Shannon. How are you? Actually, I could put a one of my snowflakes over top of that. I think that's what I'll do. This project just did not want to be made. I've been trying to get this done for what, 3 days now, maybe 4. It's crazy. But you know what? We're going to do it. We're doing it. I think I'll just put this snowflake over top of that mess. You know, even if you mess up, you can always fix it in some way. Okay, so you don't even see that. And I got my little snowflake right there. So now I need to figure out where I'm going to put my bigger snowflakes. And like I said, these have these square blocks on the back so that they'll stand up like the Santa is. I am thinking one over here. Right in there. And then probably one over here in this other corner. And then I have one more of these to put on. So I need to figure out where I want it. Okay, let's see. So this is what we have so far. And then I just have this last snowflake to get on here. I think I'll probably put it right there. Now, if you wanted to, you could do more of the smaller snowflakes and put them, you know, in different places on it. But this is how I have mine. And isn't that cute? I mean, I know it has some issues, but I would still hang this on my wall. It's got a little something on his beard there. So there it is. Now, I want to show you guys some things that I got at the Dollar Tree the other day. Things that we're going to be crafting with. So I have these two cutouts of mason jars. We're going to use those at some point. I have these two. They sit up. And then they have the little rope with the clothespin. So I got 2 of those. I got 2 of these boards here. And the Jingle All the Way is metal. I don't know if you can take them off or not. I'm hoping that you can. And I got 2 of these Santas. So I'm not sure what we'll do with those. Maybe make a different Santa or a gnome. Then I got 1 of each of these that we can definitely use for our home decor. Then these I thought were really cute. Now all of these came from the Dollar Tree, and they were each $1. So I have these 2 campers. Then I have these 2 sleds. How cute are these items that we could definitely use for crafting? And to think they were only $1. And then the last 2 I have are these here. So they're like snow globes. So let it snow. So we'll definitely do something with these for the upcoming Christmas season. So if you haven't gotten any of these and you want to follow along with me, you might want to go out to the Dollar Tree and go get you some. And then I also got a package of shims from Home Depot for, I think, $1.98. There's 12 in a pack, and we'll be using those for something. Hi Dave, how are you? And then we also got an 8-foot 4x4 board that we're going to cut up, and we'll be making something with that. So that's all I have for you today, and I hope to see you again tomorrow at noon. Thank you for watching, and thank you for sharing my videos so that Facebook can keep them out there. And if I don't see you tomorrow, you can always watch the replays. They're in the video section of Liz's craft page. So until tomorrow, keep crafting.